Hello everyone and welcome to my office. Okay, what I just want to explain to you now is something about the practical class. Now I've mentioned that there are two practical classes associated with this module. Both of those practical classes are compulsory and I will be taking an attendance register at those classes, so it is very important that you turn up. Now the first practical class is split into two components because of the size of the group. So you have been assigned into either Group A or Group B, and the list telling you which group you're in is posted on the notice board, so please go and have a look at that and you'll see which group you're in. Now the first practical class is going to take place on the following dates. So for Group A, your practical class, and I'm just reading off my diary here, your practical class will take place on Wednesday the 13th of February between 5 and 7 p.m. If you're in Group B, your practical class will take place the following day on Thursday the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. I know, it's alright, you don't have to buy me flowers and chocolates, but of course they're very welcome. Okay, so if you're in Group B, Thursday the 14th of February, again 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, so the two classes are on succeeding days at the same time. Now, I do appreciate that 5 to 7 p.m. in the evening is a really horrible time, but unfortunately there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. That's simply the only time when the room that we'll be using is free. So I apologise for that in advance. Unfortunately, beyond my control, I can't do anything about it, but hopefully those times are okay for you. Now, if you're having problems attending on a particular day at that time, please come and see me and I'll see if I can assign you to the other group. Now it is important that you turn up in the group that you're assigned into, because we're quite tight for space in the room that we're using. So in this first practical class, what we'll be doing is looking at different types of rocks in hand specimen. So I'll be getting you to interact with, look at, hold igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks and sedimentary rocks. So in this practical class we'll be looking at the different characteristics of the rocks, we'll be describing them, and we'll be trying to evaluate the ways in which they formed. So that's really what we'll be doing in that particular class, and as I say, it is compulsory, so it is important that you attend. Now in that practical class we'll be filling out this particular form here, which is posted on WebCT. Okay, so it's important that in preparation for this class you print off this particular form. It's clearly marked Practical Class 1 on WebCT, so make sure you print it off because we'll be filling that in during this practical class. So that's, in a sense, the only piece of equipment that you'll need for this class. Okay, so now you know what we're going to be doing and when you're going to be doing it. Now, the final piece of information is where this practical class is going to be held. Now, it's going to be held in the Geology Microscope Lab. And where on earth is that? Well, if you come out of the seminar room area in the Phase 1 building, okay, if you come out through the back steps entrance, which is located near Seminar Room A and Seminar Room D, you go through double glass doors into the back entrance component, which is where the steps come up from the library. So when you come out of that entrance, immediately opposite you there's a fire door which is usually open, and that takes you into the long corridor that snakes the length of the Phase 1 building. So if you go into that corridor and turn left, about 10 metres or so, just down that corridor on your right hand side, there's the Geology Microscope Lab, which is where this class is going to be held, and the number of that room is 3.028. 3028. Okay, so look for that room number on the door. So that's where we'll be holding that class for those two sessions, for Group A on the 13th of February and Group B on the 14th of February, both between 5 and 7 p.m. Okay, so all this information should be on WebCT, but just make sure that it's down in your diary and that you turn up in a couple of weeks' time for this class. Okay, as I say, if you have any problems, come and see me. Right, that's it for now. Cheerio.